Welcome to part one in our five-part series on not-for-profit financial statements. I'm Jackie McLaughlin with Chazin and Company, and as outsourced accounting professionals, we can help. We've got a lot to go over, so let's get started. Part one is on why you should budget. A lot of people don't really enjoy budgeting. But yet you'll find that if you put in a little bit of time up front to do a budget and do it as well as you can, it will save you a lot of time and energy all throughout your year. There are lots of great reasons to budget. Most importantly is it helps you consistently progress towards your strategic plan. If you're like most nonprofits, you came up with a 5-year strategic plan. Yet you can't execute everything in that plan in 1 year. So a budget helps you decide in the next 12 months which part of that strategic plan you're going to work towards. Also, everything in an organization has a financial consequence. Everything. And so a budget really is your organization's strategic plan expressed in dollars. And when you take the time to budget, it really helps you maintain your focus on the goals for the upcoming year. And when you maintain your focus, it gives you a better chance of achieving the goals that you set. A well-planned budget also will not allow you to go in a different direction that sounds good in the moment, but isn't consistent with the strategic plan. And just as importantly, it helps you to ensure that your resources, both money and time, your staff's time, are used effectively in your organization so that it can remain sustainable and accountable to its stakeholders. Finally, it is really a guidepost to your year ahead, and as an added bonus, it can help you with decision fatigue. If you're like most nonprofit decision makers, you may have staff coming at you quite often, multiple times a week, with many good ideas that they like to execute. If you've done your budget well, your response can be, is it budgeted? If it is, yes, they can go ahead and execute. If it's not, they should put it in next year's budget. All budgets should maintain some consistency from organization to organization, and that means that they should be created every single year. Your organization changes annually, and your budget should too. Ideally, you want to have input from your budget managers. You may think of these people as department heads. They're the individuals you're going to hold accountable towards meeting those financial goals. And as I mentioned before, your budget should be consistent with the strategic plan and approved by the board of directors every single year. Most importantly, your actual performance should be measured against your budget on a monthly basis, and large discrepancies should be investigated. Now, a lot of people read this to mean that negative variances should be investigated, and that's very true. If you've overspent or you haven't brought in as much revenue as you've projected, you definitely want to dig into why that happened. But just as importantly, you want to dig into those positive variances. When you brought in more revenue than you thought you were going to bring in, look into that. Figure out what you did right so you can keep doing more of that. In an upcoming video, we'll take a little bit of a deeper dive into the budgeting process. For now, that's the end of part one. I'll see you in part two.